Hey guys, it's Dion Abulela here with Happy Writing. If you're watching this, you're probably a member of the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/happy writing, which is an amazing, fantastic way to learn how to build your author platform, grow your business, and be a stronger writer with a community of like-minded professionals who only want to get better. So every Tuesday is my day to kind of cut loose, and I give it to you straight. It's called Real Talk Tuesday. Today's Real Talk Tuesday is based on a Twitter conversation that I had this morning where I was called nasty. And it's called No Excuses, okay? So I was hanging out on Twitter as I usually do, and I got this response to one of our tweets about how if you want to make it as an author, you have to have at least $100,000 to spend on ads. And I thought, oh, that's bullshit, okay? Ads help, sure, but ads can only do so far, especially if you don't have a platform, okay? Ask yourself, how many times do you buy something solely based on an ad? I'm guessing if you're a modern consumer, probably not that much. You might see an ad and it might spark your attention, but chances are you're not just going to go out and buy something. You're going to look it up. You're going to see what other people are saying about it. You're going to see what that business or that company has on their website. You're going to do some research. You're not just going to click on an ad and go, oh yeah, perfect, I'm going to throw all my money right here. Okay, so of course there are some impulse buys, and in some future workshops and such with Happy Writing, we're going to talk about the power of persuasion and persuasive words, but that's not what today is about. Let's get real. What really ticked me off about this conversation that spurred today is this was in response to a tweet at my publishing company, and I suggested, hey, why don't you join the Happy Writing group? We're all about helping authors out and showing that it doesn't have to cost thousands to even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just head on over there. It's free. Totally cool. Love giving info out. Didn't want to join the group, instead came on to my personal Twitter then and started telling me all the ways that I was wrong and how they have 18 years of Yahoo experience in the forums and a bunch of broken blogs that did nothing for him to prove all of my theories wrong. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what you're doing. Enjoy yourself. And then that turned into, well, you are supposed to have all the answers, so why aren't you giving me answers? So I tried to engage. And I'm the type of person where I'll engage you at first, and then once you get annoying, I'm done, okay? So you can only engage with somebody who doesn't want to change for so long until you realize you're just wasting your time. So my whole thing is you don't want to join the Happy Writing Facebook group to talk to other authors, but you have time to spend 45 minutes on Twitter telling me that my theories are wrong because I have been a goal achievement coach and a publisher for less time than you have been a Yahoo forums expert. So it just turned into this, like, I've been using the internet for 18 years, and it got just really weird. So finally I just sent him a dancing marshmallow that said I'm bored. And so as soon as I sent the dancing marshmallow, I was being abusive. My point is, authors, we're going to cut this short and sweet today. You got to drop the excuses, okay? So many authors right now are in this mindset that they have to spend money, or they have to do this, or they have to do this, and they can't do that, and they can't do this, and they've got full-time jobs. Newsflash, every author has a full-time job. Even New York Times bestselling authors have a full-time job. I have a full-time job. I not only run the publishing company, but I'm a full-time freelance writer. Okay, so I work 80 hours a week. I'm still writing my book. I'm still promoting my book. I'm still coaching authors on how to do their book. But you know why? Because I have the work ethic, and because I believe that I can make my goals happen. So many people are in this mindset of, I want this. Why isn't it happening to me? Why am I not getting this just because I want it? I deserve it. And one of the comments was, I did not get out of this life what has been handed to you and other people. First of all, nobody handed me anything, okay? I come from a blue-collar family in a small farm town in Indiana. I paid for my own education. I worked myself to this level, and I have not always been where I am right now, sitting here at 35 years old, okay? I've done some pretty stupid things in my life, and I've made some mistakes. We all have, So come on, get off it. That's just an excuse for why you're not willing to try. And what this boils down to, guys, is that so many authors are afraid of succeeding. And you're so afraid of succeeding and meeting your goals that you're willing to make excuses for why you can't even try. okay? So you don't need $100,000 to spend on ads. Sure, you can promote your new book with some ads, but if you don't have a website for people to go back to, or if your social media is just full of you blowing off at the mouth all the time, maybe you're not going to find your audience. So social media, you have to look at it like, well, hello, it's social. Okay, so when you look at the big picture, how are people seeing you? Are they seeing you in a way that makes them want to interact with you, or that's going to make them want to buy your book or get to know more about you? What are you sending out to people? What are your vibes? What are you telling them that you are all about? That's where you need to stop making these excuses about, I can't do it because I have this, I can't do it because I have that. People get up early all the time, they go to bed late. There are authors out there that are single moms. There are authors out there that have families. There are authors out there that work multiple jobs, okay? Everybody has some type of situation out there, and there are plenty of people who are succeeding because they're not making excuses. They're not afraid to succeed, and that's what it comes down to. It really comes down to what you're allowing yourself to tell yourself that's keeping you from being the author that you can be. Wagging my pen like a teacher. So, authors, real talk. What are you telling yourself right now, today, this instant, that is keeping you from succeeding? How many times are you on social media saying, I don't have time to do that, but you're spending 45 minutes arguing with someone about why you don't have the time to do that? You just spent 45 minutes arguing. In that 45 minutes, I could have written 3 blogs and scheduled a week's worth of tweets and sent out 5 press releases and a couple of review requests for my book. 45 minutes is a powerful block of time. So if you have time to tell people you don't have time to do something, you have time to do something other than tell people you don't have time to do something. So real talk, authors, get off it. Quit making excuses, okay? The only excuse you have for not succeeding is that you're not allowing yourself to succeed. This is an industry where you can be who you want to be. You are a storyteller, completely in control of your brand and your product. So if it does not sell, it's nobody else's problem except for yours. It comes down to how you present your product, how you present yourself, and what you allow yourself to do with that. It's no different than all of these self-made millionaires that have started in their garage in a tiny corner in a cubicle pushing, I don't know, the topsy-turvy hair thing, or you see, I'm obsessed with business shows, so I watch Shark Tank and Billion Dollar Buyer, and I'm Marcus Lemonis, I want to be his best friend for life, okay? So you hear all of these stories like, oh, I started on a small corner of my garage after work. I worked 60 hours a week to do this, and I did that. If you don't have the passion to even set aside half an hour a day, or find half an hour a day to make it work, but you can find half an hour a day to complain about why you can't make it work, maybe writing's not for you, okay? Maybe you shouldn't go to somebody and ask for help if you're not willing to help yourself. Because as a life coach, I'm not a bully, okay? I'm not an asshole, but I am real, okay? So most life coaches will be all, pet, stroke, let's work through this together. And that's just not my style. I'm going to be nice to you, I'm going to help you, but at the same time, we need a kick in the ass. And sometimes the best way to move forward, especially when you're dealing with creative types and authors, is to just call it like it is. And I'm going to call you on your bullshit, okay? So if you're making excuses and if you're trying to tell me you can't do it, I'm going to tell you that you can. I'm going to tell you why I think you can. And if you still don't want to hear it, there's nothing I can do for you. You can't take away someone's excuses. So before you start blaming anybody else, or start thinking that it's somebody else's job to make you something, take a look at what you're making out of yourself. That's my real talk for today, guys. So I hope there was some sort of decent nugget in there for you. And you can catch me. I'm going to be online all day today at Girl vs. City, also at Happy Writing One, because we are launching a book today at PNP. That is J.M. Sullivan's Alice. This year's hottest retelling, Alice in Wonderland meets the undead. It's good. It's real good. So check that out. Hit me up if you have any questions. Join the Facebook group, you guys. It's free. We're giving away nuggets of information and talking about marketing and author platform all day, day with authors that want to do the same thing. Everybody in this group wants to succeed, grow their business, and be the best author they can be. If you can spend time on Twitter talking to people, jump in the group, start putting the questions out, getting from people, seeing how other people did it. That's what we're all about, guys. So, Tuesday, I'll see you next week. Bye.